everybody. I'm Justin. Welcome to Burnout Box, Season 3, Episode 28.
I feel really good saying, and I'm Rebecca after that, but, and I'm Rebecca.
I did it in the wrong order, not in the exact right order, as we usually do.
I'm such a creature of habit.
So, we got a lot of exciting stuff going on at VMP today. A new GT500 got dropped off. Did you see it?
I did.
So it's the color that Rebecca was supposed to get.
It's black.
And I talked to the owner, and he said, I don't want no stripes or anything like that. I'm too old for that. And
I didn't want any stripes either. Maybe I'm too old for that, I guess. I don't know. But I didn't want any stripes. I wanted a black Mustang because all I own are black Mustangs.
Ain't that the truth? And black vehicles.
Yeah, we can have any color as long as it's black.
And as long as it's black, yeah.
But the guy was super nice. He's here to get the car tuned. He's gonna do a pulley.
Pulley, yeah.
285 pulley. He's gonna do something that we've got on this table right here.
He's gonna do one of our VMP by PWR intercooler upgrades for the GT500.
Absolutely.
And what's really cool is the story behind what he wants to do with the car.
Yes.
And he immediately heard your numbers and was pretty excited.
Mm-hmm.
Not that they're comparable, but that you had driven that fast.
Yeah, so this guy is a standing mile guy. He runs out at the Texas Mile in Victoria, Texas, and he wants to go 190 in the mile, which, oh my God, that's fast. He had previously gone 180.7, I believe, in his ZL1.
Yeah, he was in a ZL Camaro, I guess the supercharged Camaro.
The ZL1, yeah.
Okay.
So he knows what it takes to go real fast in the mile. So he told me, you guys were discussing it, and he said, well, I've been 180 in the mile, and you're like, oh, okay, and you're processing it, and I realized that you're thinking he's talking about the half mile, and he's talking about the mile, and I was like, by the way, I've been 181 in the half, and he just about died.
Because, I mean, in the mile, your car was never designed to go mile racing, but if it
wasn't designed to go half mile racing either. Yeah,
you can get away with taking a drag car to the half mile, but I like to say that a full standing mile race is more like an extended road race type situation. And those cars are set up with low profile wheels and tires, not slicks and skinnies.
Yeah, if you do a burnout, like an actual burnout, before you start the half mile, they come up and they bang on your window.
Yeah, you can't do a standing burnout. You do this rolling burnout to not mess up the pavement. So you got that talk when you half miled your car.
Mm-hmm. And it is sketchy, like through middle of second gear, and then things start to straighten out a little bit.
Yeah. So,
and then it's sketchy again at 181 miles per hour.
Because to relate to what this guy was doing, he was probably, if you went 181 in the half mile, that's probably 220, 230 in the full mile. I mean, if your car was set up for it.
There's a bunch of big ifs right there.
Yeah.
He's got some lofty goals that we are happy to help him meet.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I mean, we're going to get him tuned up, pulley, intercooler, all 93 pump gas, because he drives the car. I think he actually drove it down here because he's on vacation or something.
Yeah, he said he was on vacation. He's wanting to get to the airport to pick up his kids tomorrow evening, so we're going to get everything done for him between now and then.
Yeah, so awesome, and we appreciate him trusting us with his car. Absolutely. It's going to be a similar setup to what is in Snowbird and what went on Rocky Mountain Race Week.
Yeah, absolutely. I drove Snowbird to work today because I had to be here early, and you didn't. So I drove myself in my car, and I enjoyed it. Would you guys believe that I'd never been in that car on the street? I mean, I've been on it.
On the track.
On the track. But I've barely driven it on the street. So that's checked off the list. It was fun. I like the car. I also did a fantastic burnout when I got here, just because that's what I felt like doing this morning.
Just because.
Yeah, so that's what I did, and it was enjoyable as always.
So we've got a lot of parts and pieces on the table here, and
See past the laptop. I don't know what's going on. Okay, it's just that. I didn't know if there was. Oh, there, okay. So I couldn't see that.
This little guy right here.
It was hiding out, and I couldn't see it.
So these are intercooler upgrades for the older GT500, 07 to 14, and this is something we've been working on for a while and testing extensively. Over here we have a design, we have this one, and then we have this one. And basically what we've been doing is we've been playing with the fin count and the fin design to optimize both the airflow and the heat rejection from the intercooler core. And of course, this is how like the Shelby GT500 with a positive displacement style supercharger cools the air. And then we've also got this deal right here where I'll slide this out of here. So these are all O-rings and floating transfer tubes that we call them. So this new intercooler core has been tested to make another 20 to 40 rear wheel horsepower on a car making over 1,000 rear wheel horsepower and still cool better.
Yeah, honestly, if you think about it, when you're making more power, the fact that an intercooler is making more power, that's really freaking impressive. Like, that's not the intercooler's job.
No, I mean, no, it's there to cool the air, but what we've learned is that it's an incredibly important component when supercharging, and that's why we've tried so many different styles of intercooler bricks to get to one that works for us. And I mean, and then to also address the issue of water flow, which I have a certain take on water flow through intercooler cores. Basically, you want to look at the airflow side because that's important for reducing restriction and cooling the boost. And one of the ways that you deal with that is the fin design and the overall surface area of the intercooler core. So this intercooler core has an extra 2 rows, which helps it pass more air. Because people have done a lot with the factory parts. They've gone incredibly far with them, and they've done a lot with them, but this is going to be the first all-new upgrade for the intercooler core. So once you address the air side, then you've got to deal with the water flow side. And these are bigger floating tubes, and then these attach to a new water manifold that we designed for the front of the lower intake on the older GT500. And then we have these guys. So these are all 3D printed, and basically these tubes are going to be available in 3/4 and 1 inch, and they're going to bring the water out from bring the water in and out of the intercooler manifold, and then to the hoses that run to your heat exchanger, your ice tank, your intercooler pump, your reservoir. Everything here is designed to be a modular system, so if you just want to upgrade the heat exchanger, you can do that. If you want to upgrade the water flow side, you can do that as well. If you feel like you need more belt wrap, we have a bracket available for the manifold that allows for the placement of this idler. And this idler is also adjustable. And that's kind of the details on this guy right here.
Cool. We've got a few questions that we'll go ahead and hit up. Tyler Shadburn says, "Yo, what's up? Not a whole lot.
Hey, Tyler.
Bossman 12 Boss says the same. What's up, VMP? Slide Slim 81 Dodge K. Do you all only make and have things for Ford cars and trucks? Nope. And if you are a Dodge person, we are doing Dodge stuff.
We're supercharging Hellcats and using the whole line of Magnuson superchargers on pretty much everything. Jeeps, even.
Yep.
We have a supercharged Jeep running
I
around
drove
here.
the supercharged Jeep yesterday.
Oh yeah, what'd you think?
I liked it.
Yeah,
It was a lot of fun.
it takes kind of a bread box that's flying through air and has a lot of drag and makes it go really fast.
Yeah, it sure does.
I like to say that, you know, passing on the highway is no longer an issue at all, despite being a big box.
Yeah. Tyler Shadburn wants to know if we can supercharge an electric golf cart.
I say more voltage, but I don't know what that does to golf carts.
And Brett has a idea for our GT500 customer, Brett from Jokers. He wants to know if the GT500 is getting a ported blower. That's a good idea.
That's a real good idea.
I like it.
Brett does some awesome work with supercharger porting, and actually we've got his ported superchargers on multiple cars here. He's got one on your car, and he just does some awesome work. Check him out, Joker's Performance. He actually is getting some of those Hellcat superchargers to offer to his customers already ported. So, Brett, that's pretty awesome. We'll get that shipment out to you soon. Here's an interesting one.
In the video you released yesterday with Matt in it, are you selling the t-shirt he was wearing about the missing 10mm socket? It was great and would love one.
I briefly saw it, but I've seen several people do the 10mm.
Have you seen this socket? And it's a picture of a 10mm. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think Cletus was giving away 10mm sockets with every t-shirt purchase for a while.
I knew there was something going on with Cletus and that.
I tell you, working on Fords, always looking for frickin' 10mm or 8mm socket.
Always.
So, but to answer your question, we're not selling the t-shirts about the 10mm sockets.
Yeah, those are not ours. We do have a variety of t-shirts that are VMP branded though, with a variety of cars, and we've got one with the truck on it and all sorts of stuff. So if you are looking for Mustang shirts, definitely take a look at those.
Yeah, and I mean, I think like we still have the Track Attack shirts. We don't have the Bomber Girl shirts anymore, unfortunately.
No.
What was I gonna say? The meme shirts. Those are been popular.
Which meme shirts?
I have all the power I could ever need. Said no Mustang owner ever.
I was, for whatever reason, that didn't. That was not connected in my brain. So I think of those as the, I guess, event shirt. I don't know. And speaking of Cletus, I was at the gas station with Project Snowbird on the way here this morning, and somebody was like, "Can I take a picture of your car?" I was like, "Oh, sure, you can take a picture of my car." And then he proceeded to take like 45 pictures of my car.
Oh, wow.
So,
I mean, a lot of people still haven't seen a new GT500 in the wild.
Yep.
Did he look? Was he looking for the sticky note?
No. You know what? I didn't notice. Is the sticky note still in there? I didn't look for it. I did a burnout without it, you guys.
Yeah. So we got a question from Bullet Tony.
Okay, so you can read that.
Bullet Tony says, aren't they already supercharged? What do you think he's talking about?
I think maybe the electric golf cart. It's fun
or
to
maybe,
play on words.
Yeah, the Hellcats.
Maybe the Hellcats? I don't know. I didn't see what sequence it came in with.
Yeah.
I thought it came in right after I had a chance to read the electric golf cart. That's why I thought that's what it was, but I could be totally wrong.
Yeah.
Sinspot wants to know what price we are looking for the new brick.
This upgrade is going to be targeted at $999, and it is also a good replacement for the stock unit. If yours breaks, it will work at stock boost levels, stock water flow levels. So kind of has a middle of the road price point of $999. And then we had another question from
Slab Shack Records. At what power level is that needed?
So that's an interesting, like, we've had a lot of customers make do with the stock bricks. They've been modified for higher water flow. That helps get a little bit more out of them. They basically take them from half-inch fittings to fittings that are 1 inch. And this brick is already going to come with the 1-inch transfer tubes. There's also a tube that goes back down to the stock size if you don't have the upgraded water manifold. And what I'm basically trying to say, Slab Shack, is that the need for it starts around 1,000 railroad horsepower. There's some ways to cover up the need for it below that, but definitely anybody running over like 20, 25 pounds of boost, we're starting to realize it's a really good idea to have these upgrades in place. Somebody goes playing around on the street, runs through 4 or 5 gears, that situation can be worse in the drag strip and produce more heat, and you absolutely want to manage the heat.
SVT Troy says there's a lot of GT 500 parts on the table. Any updates on 0304 Cobra cooling parts?
So SVT Troy, great question, and we are working on those floating tubes to support a couple different installations of the 0304 Cobra parts, and some additional cores for you and your friends are in production too. So that is it. It is 2 o'clock. Thank you very much for tuning into Burnout Box. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share.
Thanks, everyone.
See you next time.